Good morning, my friends. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Sunday to you. Uncle Glenn is just way back here in the garden, and I am picking some of my peppers that I want to use today on our live. Not a lot. I got a few upstairs still, but I do want to get a couple of more so that I have them. Oh, they're looking so good. What a wonderful harvest I have this year. What a really, really wonderful harvest this is. It's been pretty incredible. We started all of this garden from seeds. Everything that we have, we started from seeds this year. Oh boy, I got to pick some of these zucchinis too. They're getting a little bit too big for their bridges. All right. Ay, ay, ay. Look at this. Okay. Oh, there's another one there I got to get. I hope you can hear me. I'm way back here, but I'm just picking some of the things we're going to use for the garden, and some stuff that just has to be picked. Wow. Oh, yeah, yeah. Wow. There's way too much here. Okay. Whew. Can you guys hear me okay? Can you guys hear me? I just want to make sure you can hear me. Okay. Hey, Kathy Smith, good morning. Karen Ann, Steffi, Scotty, yeah, Kathy Smith, Wayne, hello, hello, good. I'm in the back of the garden just picking some produce for, now I'm not using these zucchinis today, but there's like so many, I got to keep picking them. Otherwise they'll stop growing. So I'm just going to put these aside right now. I do want to get some fresh herbs. So I got to get some rosemary today, some basil today, and I have some parsley upstairs. I would like to get a little bit of thyme, and yeah. All right, so let me start with, I could take you along here for the herb run here, because I have them plenty of them right here. All right, we're making a marinara today. We're gonna make some chicken scarpeirello. Yeah, this is my oregano right here. All right, so I'm just gonna pick a few of these out right here. Okay. Take this one. This is a big one. Take this stem right here. Okay. It's oregano, fresh oregano. Take a little more because I'm going to be using this to finish my sauce today also. Okay. Let's get ourselves, we have so many basil plants, so many of them everywhere. I'm actually going to pull some of these right here. Let me just show you. Okay. Right there. That basil. Okay, I'm going to take some of these because they're getting a little scrawny. So best thing to do is cut it right before the two leaves. Okay, same thing here, and it'll double up in size. Okay, you can go in any one of these. All right, I'm choosing to go just before there. All right, take the stem just before the leaves right there. That's going to cause this to double up in size. There's my sirens. All right, we have more basil right here. I have some of the basil plants that are bigger than my tomato plants. So, I mean, it's you know, this is more utilizing the companion planting here is important. And this is what's so wonderful. You just come down to your garden and you take what you need, okay? It's so great to have this. It's just so great to have it. All right. I want to get some thyme and some rosemary. That's what I have to get. So let me look. And I have some rosemary down here. Let me grab some of this right here. See that eggplant also. I'm going to leave you right here and I'm just going to go over there. Otherwise I'm going to lose you. All right. Look at this eggplant. This has got to come off too. I got to take this. Okay. Look at that nice eggplant right there. Huh? Beautiful. But let me get some rosemary over here. That smells good. Okay. Wow. That's actually very, very good. All right. And I want to get some thyme. And then we're going to go upstairs. We're going to do some cooking today, this morning, or this afternoon. I know most of you it's the morning, but it's afternoon for me right now. Now you see that pot that's hanging up back there? That is my thyme. So I'm going to go over there and get a little bit of that. Right here. Nice, fresh, delicious, wonderful, aromatic. Oh, does that smell great. Wow, just smells so, so good. All right, and I'm gonna finish it and then we're gonna go upstairs. All right, now today, Uncle's gonna be streaming on 2 platforms. I'm gonna be on another platform, not the one that I usually upload my videos, but it's like, it's something that recognizes my face. So when we get up there, I'm gonna go live on my face, all right? So I just wanted you guys to know that. If you're so inclined to visit Uncle over there too, you certainly can. I'm just picking some rosemary here. All right. Oh yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Let me get another piece here. Wow, so nice. Look at this. Look how nice that is. Just so aromatic, so delicious. Okay. All right, let's go up. And let's get cooking. You guys ready to do some cooking with me today? All right. Yeah, I'm gonna be going live on you notice I'm loaded up here. All right, so I'm gonna see if it works. I'm gonna try it, okay? I know a lot of people have been asking me on my other social platform, and I told them that I would try it, so we're gonna try it today, and we're gonna see how it works out, all right? And there, primarily, we're gonna be right here, doing most of our work right here. I'll be concentrating on this family here, but we're gonna let them, join in a little. I wanna get some parsley. All right, I have the parsley here because I use so much of it. So I got it right here. Okay, look at that, look how nice. Wow, it smells so great. All right, so this is how we start our live, my friends. We start our live, our garden, our farm to table to soul. You just saw the farm part. And that's where Uncle Glenn goes into his garden and he harvests what we started from seeds. Okay? Now we're going into the house and we're going to start cooking for the table. Okay? All right, just bear with me a minute. I got to coordinate everything here, so makes it a little more difficult, but nothing we can't handle. Okay? I also have to make some coffee. All right? So, I'll show you my little setup. All right? This over here will be, I'll show you. This right here is going to be our other live. Okay? Our other live is going to get broadcast from here. And I have 1, 2. I'm going to try it. You think it'll work? I don't know. We're going to give it a shot. Okay? So if you want to check it out, it's on my face. That's all I'm going to say to you. And I think you know what I mean. Okay? So I'm going to hit that button also, and I will just welcome them in. And I can mention TikTok over there, but I can't mention there over here. Got it? Okay? And then today, I'll tell you everything as soon as I get them on. I got to get coffee though. I have no coffee. Let me get, I'll grab a cup of coffee first before we hit that button. All right, let me get some, I need coffee. Now, what color cup? What cup should we use today? Huh? What cup you want me to use? Huh? Should we use, well, I'm going to be wearing Nornie's apron. So, which cup? Blue? The blue cup? The Boss? The black one? All right, we'll do the Boss. I like the Boss cup. You want to know why? Because it's nice and big. All right? So, I'm going to put some coffee grinds right in here. I put coffee grinds right in there. Woo! Man, you want to see coffee. Look at the coffee grinds. You can't really see it in the black cup. But trust me, it is really very, very good. All right? So I'm going to put this there. Let's hit it with water. I got to give it double water with this when I do it. I need double water in it. We'll let it go. All right? I got to get my coffee warmer. And then we're going to talk about everything we're going to do. All right? We'll talk about everything we're going to do today. Let me get my coffee warmer plugged in that I got from Amanda. Last year she sent me this. And I've been using it ever since. What a great tool. I got to tell you. Keeps my coffee hot during these lives. And we're on these lives sometimes for 4 hours. You know? Now, I'm usually done with the coffee before that, but okay. But today should be good. Today should be a fun live. All right, wait, let me get my spoon so I can stir my grinds in there. And I got to get my apron ready. Now, all right, coffee's still going. Hold on, let me add a little bit more water. Really not enough, otherwise I'll be jumping through hoops over here. All right, there it is. And let me get my apron. All right, I'll hang this up over here, and when I'm ready to start cooking, we're gonna do it. All right, so coffee's ready. Come on, man, where are you? My coffee water. Oh man, that is dark. That is gonna be some strong coffee. Woo! I'm stirring it up. I'm stirring it up. Just about done. Okay, here we go. Are you ready? You ready to welcome everybody on? If you guys see it, if anyone goes over there to my face, all right, let me know, because I'm going to hit the button now, and I'm going to welcome them in, okay? Here we go. Now, I don't even know if my mic's going to work, but we'll see. All right. We are on. Now, I haven't been on a live on my face in a long time. I mean, I don't even remember when I've done it. So this should be pretty interesting and pretty cool. And I don't really even know how it works. So whether or not anyone can see, I'm hoping that they can. And it says comments will appear. Okay, good. All right. Coffee's ready, and so am I. All right. Okay. Sunday morning, farm to table to soul. You know what we got to do. All right, family. We got to hit that follow button if you're new here. All right. If you're new, hit the follow button. Okay. This is a great place. And this is farm to table to soul. Now, over my shoulder is the sign that says farm to table to soul. And what that means is the farm is not a big farm. It's not acres and acres of property. It's just Uncle Glenn's garden. All right, I live on the outskirts of New York City. And you know, it's very noisy here. I don't have chickens. I don't have pigs. I don't have cows. I don't have 50 acres. I got a little plot. I have my garden, but I do have a lot of noise here. I have ambulances. I have motorcycles, police cars, people beeping horns. I live on a main road. But when I get into that garden, it's my place of peace and solitude. And look what we just picked. We were just in there. Now, you guys over here did not see it. But over here, we just went down. We picked our herbs that we're going to be cooking with. We picked some peppers. We picked some eggplant. I'm not using the eggplant today, but we had to pick it because it just got too big. Now, let's look at what else we got here. All right? Look, this all came out of the garden. All right? More zucchini. I got so many zucchinis, I don't know what to do with them. All right, look at my cucumber. Look at this cucumber. And when you cut into this thing, I can tell you one thing. It smells absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. So I just wanted you to take a look at some of the fresh herbs. We started everything from seeds. That whole garden, we started from seeds. All right? Now, here's tomatoes. I got the tomatoes. I picked the tomatoes. I'm starting to pick them. All right? I take them off, not when they're too ripe. Otherwise, they split. So I take them off and I let them ripen in the house. All right? And this is just the beginning. And we have some Roma tomatoes right here. I have some peppers. Here, look at all the peppers from the garden. We got Hungarian wax hot peppers, banana peppers. We have jalapeno peppers. We have cayenne peppers. These are hot. And we have serranos. That's what I grew this year. All right? And we've been using them. And trust me, they are hot. But not only are they hot, they're delicious. They are so delicious. You know, they're sweet. They have a different flavor than when you buy stuff in the grocery store. All right? So that we have there. And then I have green tomatoes, which I'm still waiting for somebody to send me a recipe on how to do this the right way. I made fried green tomatoes one time and they did not come out good. They were soggy, they were, you know, so I need a recipe before I use these. And maybe we'll do it during the week. Now, this week, I'm only going to be here for till midweek. Then I'm going to be in the mountains. And we'll be broadcasting from the mountains this week, okay? And it'll be fun. I'm going to be with my nephew, my daughter, and Richard, the food critic. He's going to be with me. We're taking a trip together, okay? All right, so let's start today. This is what's on the menu. Today, we're making a marinara sauce. I'm making a marinara sauce straight, no meat in it. So this way I can use it for my different veggies that I'm picking throughout the week. All right? So that is the whole idea. I don't want to make a meat sauce and then put a meat sauce on eggplant parmesan or a meat sauce on zucchini. You can, absolutely. It would taste delicious. But I want to have the option of being able to add meat if I want to. All right? So, having a sip of coffee. I need some coffee. Hold on. Oh man, that's strong. Woo, I love it. Turn my heater on. Okay, We had a lot of fun last night on the live. I got to tell you, you guys were killing me last night. I had the best time last night. Was anybody on that live that we were on last night? Yesterday? It was so much fun. Yeah, gravy. I know a lot of people call it gravy. I think most people probably call it gravy. I'm just used to calling it sauce, you know? Look at everybody. Yeah, I'm still digesting. You know, I finished that sandwich. Now, my head got so big at the end of that live last night. All right, I don't know what happened to my camera, but I looked like I was looking in the mirror at a fun house. My head swelled, all right, but it gave me room to finish that sandwich. So, oh, Tammy, the seeds. Well, we usually could talk about that more when we're on one of our when we're in the garden. Our garden conversations are more about the ins and outs of what I did, what worked, what didn't work, okay? I can tell you real quickly. When we started the garden this year, we started it from seeds. I never did it before. I'm not a gardener. I'm not a farmer. I'm not an agriculturist. I never went to school. Everything's by trial and error. I'm not a chef, okay? Everything I do is trial and error. So I can tell you what worked and what didn't. The seeds in the chamomile tea worked great. We took them, we soaked them for about two hours, and then we put them in little peat pods until they sprouted. And then we transplanted them into biodegradable pint containers. All right? And it worked so well. I can't tell you. But we'll talk more about that. All right, let's do this. Ready? We're going to start cooking. Today, first of all, for those of you that don't know, you see this apron? I've been wearing this apron on Sundays. Okay? On Sundays. Why? My grandmother, who was, I don't know, maybe 4'11", she wasn't a big woman, but she was quick. And she wore this apron when she cooked, when she came over. All right, she's a little Italian lady from Sicily. All right, and this was her apron. Now, she died at 98 years old in the early 2000s, maybe the late 1990s, I don't even know. And this was her apron. So this apron is, you know how old this is? Got to be over 100 years old. It says, Prodotto in Italia. Prodotto in Italia, which means that it was made in Italy. All right? So when I put this on, I got to give her, Noni! Noni! Look, I got the apron on, Noni. How does it feel? Huh? You cooking up there too? I bet you're cooking up there for all of them. Right? I know. I miss your artichokes, although Mama, my wife, I call my wife Mama, she makes the best artichokes. I mean, what you started with showing her, man, does she I gotta say, Noni, don't throw no shoe at me, but I think her artichokes are just a little bit better. A little bit. Not much. Don't get me wrong. Not much. A little bit. All right? But today, oh, look at the Heine. You guys can't see the Heine. Look, I got Heine. Koji Heine. Koji Heine. Oh, yeah. All right, so we're going to start cooking. First thing we're going to do is we are going to make a marinara sauce. Very simple, very easy. This is how I do it. Now, this sauce will cook low and slow, probably 6, 7, 8 hours. That's how I do it. Now, the other day we made a quick fresh sauce with fresh tomatoes from the garden. Today I'm not. Today I'm making a marinara that I'm going to cook for hours. We're going to be using dried seasonings, not the fresh seasonings. We're not using fresh herbs. When we cook, we're going to use the fresh herbs to finish. Why? Because the dry herbs have all the concentrated oil and flavor in them. So when you're cooking something for a long period of time, you use dry herbs. Then when it's all done cooking, just before you serve, you chop up your fresh herbs and you put them in. Now you get all the aromatics. All of the aromatics. Thank you for the lightning, Tammy. Thank you. So I just want you to, that's how I do it. So I'm going to start in the pot. I'm going to bring you over. All right? And I got some of the stuff started already. Okay? One of the things I want to do, I'm multitasking. I have some water in here. This is going to be for the potatoes that I'm going to boil up. Oh, here it is, the choo-choo! Tammy, Grandpa, you see that? You see that train, Grandpa? Oh, Tammy, I love the choo-choo. Choo-choo. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you. You guys can't see what's going on here, all right? This is on TikTok here, and we are going out of control, all right? It's so much fun. All right, I'm putting some salt in here, okay, in that water. And I'm going to turn that water on, put the cover back. Not going to be on high, all right? Now, I might have to light it. That is an old stove, so if it blows up, you'll know why. All right? Why isn't that going? Come on now. Now I'm going to have to start it with this. All right, sometimes the thing blows up on me. There we go. Okay. So I'm just going to get that water started, and I have potatoes. All right? So while I'm doing this, I want to drop these in the cold water, salted. I'm going to be using those. I have a mix of the Yukon Gold and some red potatoes right there. All right, so I'm just going to let because this is only going to cook for about, once it comes to a boil, let it go about 6 minutes, and I'm taking it off. Okay? So I wanted to get that started. Okay. All right. Because I'm doing a marinara, I'm going to do everything in the pot. All right? So normally, if I'm doing a meat sauce, I will kind of separate it and I cook everything. I'm going to cook all the layers right here because there aren't that many of them. All right? I'm going to bring you guys over as well. Okay? Let me let them watch this process with me. Okay? We're just going to kind of try to multitask this a little bit, and I'm going to bring you guys a little higher so you can see that. All right? Now, I have my garlic oil that we made yesterday, which we are going to use. All right? This right here is the garlic oil. Let me do this. Okay, I'm going to bring you over here so that, yeah. Okay, that's better. All right, I have garlic oil right here. This garlic oil we made yesterday. It's olive oil and garlic. All right? It's infused. Now this is flavored. It's flavored with the garlic oil. So I'm going to take some of that, just the oil, not the garlic yet. Just some of the garlic oil, and I'm going to pour it in there. Not a lot, just enough to get it going. And then I can hit it with some, I'm going to add some regular virgin olive oil as well to that. All right? And all we're doing is we're going to saute up now some onion, and we're going to season that onion with our herbs that we're going to be using. Okay? Flame is on. Okay, we're going to heat this up right here. See that? Okay, we're just going to heat that oil up. I got some chopped onion. And I'm doing it all in this pot because the only thing I'm going to be adding is the tomatoes later. But we're going to season everything first. We add the tomatoes last. So I have chopped onion. As soon as that gets hot, I'm going to use that. Okay? I'm going to be salting. I'm not using salt. I'm using a chicken base. The chicken base is in place of salt. This is very strong, but it's full of flavor. So instead of just adding granulated salt, I'm using some of this. And I won't put this in yet. Wait till the onions get sauteed, then we'll be using that. Along with it, I'll be using white pepper. Not black pepper, white pepper. Why? Because the white pepper absorbs better in sauces or gravies, whatever you want to call it. The black pepper is more coarse, it doesn't break down. White pepper does. So that's why I use the white pepper when I'm making a sauce, when I'm cooking something for long periods of time. I finish with my black pepper. That's how I do it. Now, I'm not a chef, so a lot of what I'm doing may not be 100% right, but it's right for me, it works. And as long as it works, I'm good with it. Okay? So let's get some of our spices that we're going to use. We're using dried herbs to start with. Okay? So I'll finish it later with some, with the other herbs. Let me get a little of this here. Hold on, I want to put a little extra parsley in there, the dried, and then I'll be finishing it up with the rest. Okay? So let's do this right here. Okay. Now, I don't go use crazy spices. I'm using an Italian blend. Okay? It's just an Italian blend of spices, which really is oregano. It's got parsley, it's got basil, it's got some rosemary in it. All right, it's a mix. So that's going to be fine. All right, now we're going to drop our onion in. Okay? We're going to saute that up. Okay? And then we're going to deglaze everything afterwards. I'll show you. Now, we are going to add garlic. It's just that the garlic that we're going to add that garlic last, because the garlic is already cooked. All right? So, all we're doing right now is going to soften up this onion that's in here. And what happens? All the flavor, all the sweetness, all the sugars are going to come out of it. In the meanwhile, let me get my tomatoes ready. Now, I'm not using garden tomatoes yet. Why? Because the garden tomatoes are not ready really for a sauce yet. So this will probably be the last time that I'm using my imported canned whole tomatoes, which are incredibly consistent and really, really, really good. So I have no problem using these. They're great. I've had great success with them, and I will be using those today. Now, I'm using a number 10 can. Number 10 can, okay? And on the number 10 can, hold on 1 minute. Let me just ask the other members here if they can hear. Can you guys hear okay? Hello? Hello, Adam. Hello, Michael. Hello, Karen. Joe Benya! Can you guys hear me okay? I just want to know. All right? All right. I hope so. All right? If you can, you let me know. All right. I know my family on TikTok here definitely can. All right? Now, a number 10 can is equivalent to about 3 or 4 cans of whole tomatoes. I use whole tomatoes. I don't use tomato sauce. I don't use puree. I don't use anything, chopped tomatoes. I don't use that. The reason I don't use it is because I want to be sure I have tomato, not water. And a lot of times when they're blending it, I'm not saying all companies do that, but they're going to water it down. All right, I'm making a Sunday marinara sauce right now. All we have in here is garlic oil, I have olive oil, I have onion, and I'm just sauteing this up a little bit to soften it. Then we're going to add our spices right to this, and we're going to flavor this, and we're going to make a flavor bomb out of this right here. Okay? That's what we're doing. So we're going to be making a few things today. Okay, now I'm going to add my salt to that. Okay? And what kind of salt is it? I'm not using salt, I'm using chicken base in place of salt. Okay? That's very, very strong right here. Very strong. But it should suffice. I could always add more, I can't take any away. So, for now, that should be just fine for what I'm doing. Okay? Now we're going to add a little white pepper to that. That's my combo. Okay, a little white pepper. I use the white pepper because it blends better in a sauce than black pepper does. Okay? Now, you're going to probably see this get dark on there. I'm not really concerned about it. Because once I deglaze it with the wine, I got some dried oregano. I got dried basil in here. I have some dried spices that I just put in. I'm going to add some extra dried parsley. I'm using all dried right now, all dried, okay? And the dried, because it's going to be cooking for hours, is I will finish it with fresh herbs. Now I just take a couple of bay leaves right here. Okay, they're going in here. I'm seasoning the onion, basically, is all I'm doing right now. I'm just seasoning my onion, and I'm making a flavor bomb right here. I'm making a flavor bomb, okay? All right, so that's softened up. We have basil in here. We have parsley in here. We have oregano. We have bay leaf. I have some chicken base and white pepper, okay? Now I'm going to deglaze this up with some white wine. All right, this is going to go quick. And then it's just going to sit and it's going to cook. But the thing I got to add right now, what am I missing? I'm missing our fresh garlic right now. And we got to put some garlic in there. Now I wanted you to see why I use the garlic like this. Look at this, watch. Okay, I want you to see something. If this garlic was raw, okay, it's going to have a stronger scent to it, and you really should start with the garlic if it's raw with the olive oil. All right, we're not. Look how soft and tender this garlic is now. It's like a paste. Watch this. Ready? Look at my fingers. Look at that. It smashes up. It's sweet. I could take this and butter this on bread and make garlic bread. I make garlic oil all the time. All right? So that's that. Okay? I'm going to add a little bit more garlic oil to that. And we are now going to spin that, and we're going to... Nice, beautiful. Look at all that. Oh, I can smell this. This house is smelling already. Okay? Beautiful smell. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, take a quick look. And now we're going to deglaze that. All right, I'm going to bring you guys over so you can see it, because we're going to deglaze it. Okay? Now we're going to just deglaze. Okay, hold on. All right, good. White wine I'm using. You can use red if you like. I'm using white. Now, what that did, I'm going to let the alcohol cook out. But what just happened now is that by using the wine in here, it's pulling all the flavors together. It's pulling all the herbs together. It's taking all the sugar from the onion. It's sweetening this up. And it becomes a flavor bomb. Okay? This becomes the flavor bomb that we're going to be when we add our tomatoes. Okay. And then we're going to finish it later with some wonderful fresh herbs in here. Okay? I'm just letting the alcohol cook out, and now I'm going to add my tomatoes. And I'm going to show you the tomatoes and why I use whole tomatoes as opposed to a puree or anything like that. This is a number 10 can. This is equivalent probably to about 3 or 4 cans that you would buy in the store. When the tomatoes you use are so important to the flavor that you're going to have. And you want to use imported tomatoes if you're looking for your tomatoes to be consistent. You don't want your tomatoes to be hothouse tomatoes that were ripened under pressure. Different flavor, okay? They're going right in now. Now I'm going to take a half a can of water because these are going to be cooking for hours. And I'm just going to add a half a can of water and get all this wonderful juice that's in here out. Okay. Now, let me show you the tomato, the whole tomato. And, all right, look. I know that I have tomato here. I know I have tomato. That's why when I cook with my garden and I have tomatoes, all right, I know all I have to do now, I'm going to let these cook and then I'm going to mash them up myself. Look. Look. All right, beautiful, ripe, tender, consistent. All right? Now, that I'm going to bring this, I'm adding my water, half a can. Okay? Now I take my masher by hand. This is choice. Now, some people will use a food processor and crush their tomatoes up and make it into a sauce. I just prefer to take a masher and do this to it because, why? It's my preference. I like to have pieces of tomato. Pieces of tomato. All right? Can you guys over there hear me? Can you guys hear me? Just want to make sure my mic is working. Huh? You can smell it, Joe? Joe can smell it. Love it. All right, so I'm just smashing this up so that later on, when this breaks down and it cooks, all right, it's going to give me pieces of tomato when I put it on my pasta. I'm going to have pieces of tomato. Now, it's a choice. Some people like to have it like just a sauce where they blend everything together. I'd rather have the pieces of the onion, the pieces of the tomato, the pieces of the basil. All right, I like that because it's more rustic. That's just my choice. So that's why I'm doing this by hand. That's the reason. Okay, look. Okay, pieces. Now, I'm going to chop it up a little more, and as this cooks, it's going to break down even further. But for now, I'm helping it along, and I'm getting all that delicious, fresh tomato in here. Okay? It's still a sauce, but I got pieces. That's what I want. My choice. Okay, done. Now, I'm going to bring this to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, I'm going to drop it down to a simmer. And I'm going to let it cook for hours. This is how you develop all the flavors that are in those spices. And you break all the sugars down that are in the tomatoes. Slow and low. All right? You want to cook it. And uncovered. Do not cover your tomato sauce. Do not cover it. Let it come to a boil. Let it get to a low, cook it on low. So you just see it simmering for hours. It'll smell your house up. It'll be wonderful. All right? That's my sauce. Done. Very simple. I'll finish it later with all of these wonderful garden herbs that we picked from the garden. We just went into the garden and we picked parsley, fresh from the garden. I picked some fresh, you got to smell this bag. Oh my gosh. Look at the thyme, fresh thyme right here. Just picked it. Just picked it. I have my rosemary right here that I picked for, look at the rosemary. Okay? I just picked this from the garden. Oh, it smells incredible. Incredible. And I got plenty of basil. All right? Plenty of basil in here that we just picked. Look at that. Nice. Okay? This is an aromatic bomb. And we're going to chop this up at the end, and we're going to flavor this with that. Okay? Not now. Later. Okay. All right. Let's bring that to a boil. Let me grab my coffee. And then I'm just going to go over there. I'm going to bring you guys back here again. All right? And we're going to work from here now. A little bit. All right? Bring you back here. Okay? And we're working 2 platforms today. Uncle Glenn's on 2 platforms today. I'm on my TikTok with my family. We've got 750 people on here right now. 750. All right? We went from less than 200 people in 1 year and 2 months ago. Less than 200. We're near 42,000 family members. And I want you to be a part of this ever-growing community. You got to hit that follow button, share, join the fan club, invite your friends, invite your family. It's a good place. Look at Kit Kat with the, oh, look at that money machine go. Yeah, Kit Kat. Sheriff's in town. Let me grab my coffee. The sheriff's in town. Oh, yeah. Mayday with the heartbeat. Oh, you guys should see what's going on here. This is a blast. Last night was just off the charts. Off the charts last night. We had such a good time. All right? All right. You guys want to see the sandwich that I made, the giggling? I still got half of it. I ate half of it last night. You guys want to see the other half of the giggling? Anyone want to see the half of the giggling? I saved it for a snack. All right? You want to see my snack? Let me tell you what was in it first before I show it to you. We had a beautiful loaf of sesame Italian bread. Then we put pepperoni, provolone, balsamic glaze. We put chicken cutlet. We put mozzarella. We put fresh basil. We put more glaze on it. We put a creamy horseradish sauce on it. Then we hit it with fried eggplant, some zucchini grilled. We put onions. We put roasted peppers from the garden that we roasted on the barbecue. We put hot peppers on it. We put red grilled onions on it. We put more mozzarella. We put more glaze. And this is what it looks like. I probably forgot some of the stuff we did. I'll just show you, give you an idea. All right? This is the other half of it. All right? Here's the other half of it right here. This. Look at this. You can't really see it, but this was a meal to be had. This was a meal to be had. And I ate the entire half of the other one. All right? And the only reason I had room was because my camera blew up. I don't know what happened. My head got the size of the screen. It looked like I was in a fun house. That, you know, when you walk in and you all of a sudden you're like 250 pounds heavier? It happened. But it enabled me to be able to finish the sandwich too. All right? Look at it. It's bigger than my hand. I got my mouth around it though. I squeezed it tight. I jumped in. Oh, it was so good. So good. All right. The giggling. The giggling. Why did I call it a giggling? Because I didn't know if it was going to make you hungry or if it was going to make you giggle. It made me do both because we had so much fun making it. All right. All right, this came to a boil. All right, just where I wanted it to do. Now, I'm going to take it and I'm going to lower it to a simmer. We'll let that cook out. All right, I'm going to take this and I'm going to switch this to the back burner because we have chicken scarpeirello to make. Scarpeirello. All right, let me turn this burner on right here. I'm going to move that around to there. I'll put the sauce in the back. This is going here. That's our potatoes. And that is our sauce right there. And I have this on here ready to go for a Scarpeirello. All right. All right, should we make... Let's do the meatballs. Make the meatballs first. Because while the meatballs are cooking, I'm gonna bake the meatballs. I'm not frying them. I'm gonna bake them. Happy weekend, Kit Kat! Go OG Slim. Thank you, OG. Thank you. All right. So I think we're gonna make. Thank you, Lil Honey. Ooh, Lil Honey. Mezzo. What we got over here too? I want to see who's here. Eddie McConnon. Oh, Eddie McConnon. Kim Ward. Leona. Oh my gosh. Linda. Oh, Linda. Holy smoke. Joe Zambelli. I got my neighborhood in here with us. Whoa. We got 41 or 42,000. I don't know. Right here. On our family. We got 693 people watching this right now. We just cooked the sauce up. And let me tell you, the house smells so great right now. So unbelievably amazing. All right, here we go. Now, I think we should do the meatballs. Now, Uncle Glenn is making the meatballs my way. All right, I do everything in steps. So, can you just take everything and throw it together? Yeah, you can. All right, does it come out the same? I don't think so. I like to do things in steps. So when I make my meatballs, I'm gonna make them in a paste. I'm gonna make a paste first. The paste is gonna be eggs, cream, mix that up. I'm gonna be adding my fresh herbs to the meatballs. So basil, parsley is going in there. We're gonna chop that up. All right, I'm gonna throw some onion powder in there. I even use chicken base. I take the chicken base and I melt it down with a little bit of warm water, and that's my salt because it gives it flavor. I use white pepper in there. We're gonna use onion powder in there. I don't use garlic powder, and I don't use fresh garlic or garlic in my meatballs. I could use the paste because it's not overpowering. All right, we're going to be adding grated cheese to it. So without saying anything else, let's just start it. All right, okay. So let me get my bowl. And this is fun when we make the meatballs because we're always trying to figure out how many are going to come out. All right. Oh. All right. Hey, look at my eggplant. I just picked this a couple of minutes ago. All right. This is the egg. This is just one of them. I got so many eggplant. I got zucchinis, I don't know what to do with. I probably had 50 of these already, all right? And, I mean, it's just like, and I'm not making either one of these tonight. I'll be bringing these upstate with me. Look at my cucumber. I just want to show you, I'm proud of this stuff. We started everything from seeds. Everything from seeds, all right? I got a puzzle here, wait a minute. Boom, all right? Look at the cucumbers. I mean, it's amazing. All the tomatoes, all right? I picked the tomatoes before they get fully ripe. Otherwise, they're gonna crack and burst on you. One thing about your tomatoes, when you see the color on the stem, you can pick them because they're not gonna get any bigger, and you can ripen them in your home, all right? If you leave them on the vine too long, they're not growing anymore. And when it rains or you water, all it's going to do, the water has to go somewhere. It goes in the tomato and has nowhere to go, so it breaks through. That's why you get cracks in it. The other reason is for inconsistent watering. If you let your garden get too dry and then you just flood it, that's another way you can bust your tomatoes. All right? So we have those. Now I have some green tomatoes that I'm waiting for a recipe for, all right? And I want to make some fried green tomatoes because I made them once, but they came out terrible. All right, so I'm waiting for a good southern And then tonight, we're going to be using some of these in our Scarpeirello. All right? Look at these. Hot peppers. Hot peppers. I have jalapenos from the garden. I have serranos from the garden. All right? We have cayenne peppers from the garden. These are hot, baby. All right? And we're going to use some of this in my Scarpeirello tonight. Okay? So let's do our meatballs without any more talk. All right? And I got my bowl I'm using right here. I need a nice big bowl. I have my steel bowls. I use my steel bowls all the time. All right? I'm going to bring you guys over here so you can see it, what we're doing. All right? All right, first thing. I use 1 egg per pound of meat. 1 egg per pound. So I'm using about 4 pounds of meat. I'm using about 3 pounds of ground beef, all right? And I'm using 1 pound of ground veal, all right? So that's what my mixture is gonna be. I don't have any ground pork. A lot of times I'll use that as well, but I don't have it tonight, so I'm not using it, all right? So the first thing is, we got 3 pounds of ground beef. All right, and just make sure how these potatoes. Let me check my potatoes a minute before I'm just checking these. Hold on. I don't want them to get too soft. Okay, nope, not ready yet. All right, not ready yet. Okay. All right, so I'm just taking the packaging off of the ground beef. It's an 85-15, which is got a little bit more fat in it, which is what I want. I want to have a little bit more of the fat. So 3 pounds of meat right here. 3 pounds. Okay? I have ground veal right here. I have about 1.5 pounds right here. That's the protein, that's the meat that I'm using. Now I'm washing my hands. Uncle Glenn does not use gloves when I'm in my house. I don't know if you guys use gloves. If you use them, great. I ain't using them. I'm eating the food. I don't care. I wash my hands with stuff I like. And this stuff, I can wash my hand 10 times a day and it never gets old. It smells great. And I'm not on a promotional live today, but this is my favorite soap. Every time I use this soap, it makes me hungry. It's eucalyptus, it's basil and olive oil. All right? And oh my gosh! I just love the way this smells. Oh, do I love it. I could just smell it. I wish I could eat it. I really, really wish that I could eat it. All right? So, all right. Now, last week, you guys were with me when I did that catering job. I can't believe that I did that catering job. I'm not a chef. I had me in a chef coat. I had a chef hat on. I'm over there cooking food I never cooked in my life for people. I go, you guys are crazy having me do this. But guess what? Came out great. But I had to use gloves. I had to use a hat. I had to use the whole they had me in a black coat like I was a chef. I couldn't believe it. Kind of felt cool though. I did feel kind of chefy-ish. All right? With that silly hat on. And my buff though. It affected my buff. All right? I don't like hats. All right? So, all right, here we go. First thing are the eggs. So we're using 4 eggs in here. 1 egg per pound is what I use. Okay? Well, 1. Now, usually I will take these shells and I save the shells. I rinse them out, I dry them off, and I make my fertilizer. My fertilizer is used coffee grinds, eggshells, banana peels, and Epsom salt. That's how I make my fertilizer. That's what I use in my garden. And I'm not making any more because the garden is exploding. So I'm done fertilizing for the year. Well, maybe not for the year. You know, I may use some Miracle Grow, the liquid one that you spray. I only use, the reason I use mine, there's nothing wrong with using that. It's got the same basic elements in it. It has potassium, it has phosphorus, it has nitrogen, it has manganese. All right, so those are the things that when I make that with coffee grinds, I use the calcium from the eggs. The banana peels has the phosphorus and the potassium. All that breaks down, and the Epsom salt is the manganese and magnesium. And that's really, I just take 2 tablespoons, put it around there. The difference is that it breaks down slowly in your garden. When you use the Miracle Grow, that's why you have to use it every 7 days, because it will filter right through the ground. Mine breaks down slowly. It's always being fed, and you can see the results of what it does. So it's a very, very good thing. Again, trial and error, but it works. But I'm no longer using these. I'm no longer using fertilizer, so we're getting rid of that. Okay? All right, I'm going to mix this up. Here we go. There's my 4 eggs in here. La, la, la. What do you think, Naughty? Huh? Not bad, right? You didn't make them like this. Your meatballs were great, but I don't even know how you made them. You know me, I just kind of, I wing it. I wing it. I make up things as I go along. Yeah, that's just, it's passed down for ages and ages. Right? Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Let's get some cream in here. All right, I put some cream in here. If I need to put more cream, I can always put more. Now you could use buttermilk if you want. Heavy cream, half and half. Okay. Now I'm going to season this. Now I start to season the egg and the cream base. I'm going to start seasoning this. This becomes the flavor bomb. This is my flavor bomb for the meat. Okay? So, what do I got to do? Well, I have fresh herbs that I'm going to use. All right? I have some parsley right here. That's going in. I have some fresh basil. That's going in. Okay. I need a lot more than that. I have even a little bit of fresh oregano from the garden. Okay. Fresh oregano right here. It's so different than the oregano that you would normally have dried. You know, sometimes it's very strong. This is such a mellow flavor. It's perfect for what I want to do. All right, let me get a little bit more basil in here. I like the fresh herbs in my meatballs. When I bite into the meatball, I want to taste the herb. All right, now if you want to add other herbs, you can do anything you want. Anything you want, you can do. Okay, that's enough for me. And if I run out, the nice part about it is I can always go and get more. This is a blessing, and that's why I thank God every single time I put something in my mouth, because you never know what the next day is going to bring. And the fact that we started this garden from seeds, and now we are able to reap the benefits of our labor and enjoy the fruits of our labor. It is so metaphorical, okay, how life is. It's just how life is. And while you don't see the results immediately. You've got to push forward. You've got to push forward. All right? So there, putting our herbs in first. Now it doesn't matter, there's no particular order, but that's what I'm doing first, right there. Okay? Nice. Let me get my colander out. Hold on. I love my colander, and I'll tell you why. This colander right here, it sits on the top of my sink. So if I have dirty dishes or I have soap in the sink, I'm not worried about it. And it adjusts to your sink size. All right, so I'm putting that over here. Let me get, I want to take those potatoes out. I want to drop them in and let them cool down because I'm going to be using these potatoes for my Scarpeirello. Okay? Shut this off. Hold on. All right. I know I'm multitasking here, which is not one of my strong suits. Okay. Good. Now that'll just sit above the sink. I'll let them drain, and I have those for later. All right, let's get ourselves some seasoning in there. I do like to put a couple of different things. All right? So, I'm using some onion powder. Okay? And this onion powder is in little chunks, but that's all right because I'm going to dissolve it out. Okay? I'm going to use some paprika, regular paprika, not a lot. Just the way I like to do it. Now, you can season this any way you want. If you want to put garlic in it, you can put garlic in it. I choose not to. You know, when I'm doing that, I just choose not to. Now, there's no salt in here. I'm going to salt this in a very different way. The way I salt it is I don't use salt, I use chicken base. Now, you can use, I'm using a straight chicken base. I'm going to take, I'll have to use this one here, it's better. This is my salt. And it works. Works fine. All right? Let me get the hot water going right here. And I'm going to take a decent amount of this. Because remember, I'm also going to be using some cheese in here as well. Okay? So I put some right in there. All right? All I'm going to do is just water hot. I'm going to put a touch of water, hot water in here. It's going to dissolve. And I'm going to temper it into this. Temper it meaning I'm not just taking hot water and putting in. That'll turn to scrambled eggs. So, good. Okay? Just breaking that down. That's my, I'm making a broth. I'm using broth instead of just straight salt. That's all. It just adds to the flavor. Okay? Just adds to the flavor. So, okay, so all melted down. And take some of this right here, put it right in here and temper it, put it right in. Good. Okay. Now we're going to mix that up. This is my flavor. Now I got to add some white pepper to this. This is just how I do it. Now, if you don't do it this way, I'm not telling you that this is the right way to do it. I'm just telling you this is my way of doing it. And I've had a lot of success with it, so white pepper. Now, one other thing I want to do. I'll do that later. Okay, where's my thing? All right, let's mix that up. All right, so we have our herbs. We have 4 eggs. We have some heavy cream. I have some fresh parsley, fresh oregano, and fresh basil in here. A little bit of paprika, a little bit of onion powder, and some, and we have some chicken base for our salt. All right? Now, a lot of people will use breadcrumbs. I'm not using breadcrumbs. I can later. If it's too loose, then I could add breadcrumbs to it to tighten it up. But I don't think I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna take some, try to find the stalest bread that I have, and I'm gonna use that, all right? And it could be any kind of stale bread, all right? But I got enough right here. I have some stale, that's not really stale, but it certainly isn't today's, all right? I have some Texas toast here, cheapo bread, no name, but I don't care about the name, all right? I care about what I want this to accomplish, all right? Take that right there. I'm gonna cut the edges off first, okay? Just cutting down, and I'm taking the crust edges off first. You don't have to, but I am. The reason is because the crusted edges are going to have to soak longer than the inside of the bread. So if I just chop the whole thing up, it's not going to evenly absorb. And what I'm doing right now is I'm just going to cut the edges. I'm not going to waste it. I'm cutting them down, and I'm going to let them soak in there. Okay? Here. This is my edges that I just cut. This was all the crust. Now I'm just going to let that soak a minute. Give it a little head start. That's all. Okay? We're making a paste. I'm making a paste out of this. This paste is what's going to flavor the meat that I'm going to put in here. That's all this is doing. I'm creating what I want to make. All right? Now, I do want to get, this is going to have to cool a little bit, but I do want to have a little bit of sauce in there. Okay. I'll show you what I'm doing. I just took a little bit of hot sauce. All right? Wait a minute. Now that sauce is not cooked fully yet, but it certainly is flavored. And so, if it's flavored, I can use it. All right? Just a little bit. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some, if I had the sauce cold and in my refrigerator already, I would use it. Now I'm just going to add a little bit of tomato paste to that. I'm telling you, these little things really make the difference on the flavors, all right, of what you're doing. Why are you just putting a little bit in? Well, first of all, I can. And second of all, it smells amazing. So you go by your smells. I go by smell. When I'm making something, if it smells great, I'm using it. Okay? Let it cool. Look at that. Nice and thick. Now I'm going to cut the rest of this bread right here. I just wanted to give it a little jump beforehand. I'll cut this into cubes right here. And we're going to put this right in. We're going to soak this in now. We're making a paste right now. Okay? Okay. All right. Now, I wash my hands. I'm going to use my hands and get this in a nice paste. Okay? That's all we're doing now. This, when I put the meat in here, this is going to blend into the meats. It's going to flavor it really, really well. All right? And if it's not thick enough, I could add more bread, which I'm probably going to add to this because it is a little thin. And I'm about to put the sauce in, which is going to make it a little thinner. But that's okay. No problem. we fix that right up. Okay, here's that sauce. It's going right in. Flavor, flavor. I'll get a little bit more bread. This time I'm using some older, can't tell you the name, but you guys know exactly what I'm doing. That's what I love about it. I can't say it, but you know. Okay? That'll be for the birds. Okay, same thing. I'm taking the crust off the edge right here. Okay? Chop this up into smaller pieces. And I'll put this in, let this soak first. Okay, right in. Okay, do the same thing here. Now, if you wanted to use breadcrumb, like I said, you could use breadcrumbs. A lot of people use breadcrumbs. This gives it better texture, I think, when you use the bread. All right, just gives it a better, much better texture. It's not as dry, it's moist, you know, because it's a baked bread, and it just works better for me. Okay, now I'm just turning this all into a nice paste.
Put your mouth around it.
And then I'm going to add 2 things more to this paste. And then we're going to add our meat. And then we're going to do a count. Let's see how many meatballs we actually have. All right, and you can, now based on, let's see, so nobody got it right last time. Everybody was in the range, but no one had it right. So, on TikTok over here, would my mods put up a poll? I'm curious to see how many meatballs we're going to make with 3 pounds of chopped meat, 1 pound of veal, and this paste, okay? And I can show you the size of the meatball that I'm going to make, and you guys are going to guess. We're going to put a range. You can say from anytime you pick a number, it's going to either be 20 or more, 30 or more, 40 or more, or 50 or more. Those are the 4 choices. 30 or more, 40 or more, 50 or more, 20, 30, 40, 50. If you pick one, you get a 10 range gap. And then you're going to say yourself, how many meatballs, you guys do it too, how many meatballs am I going to make out of this mix? All right? It's fun, and I don't know myself, but I don't know. So, and I'm not going to try to make it go, I can't count and do something at the same time. I have there's the poll. Poll's up. All right, you got 2 minutes on that poll. Maybe you can extend it because it's going to take me longer to do this. So, but let's see how many you guys pick. And then you pick the exact number, and we'll see who gets it exact. All right, let me see this poll. Right now, 30 to 40 is 43%. 40 to 50 is 40%. 0 on 20% or more. 50 or more just came up. All right, right now, 40 or more is in the lead. All right, everybody, get your vote in. I mean, it's fun. We got almost 1,000 people on here. Come on, just throw your vote in. What do you care? All right, while you're doing that, I got to get some cheese. Hurry up. You got 1 minute left. 1 minute. All right, here we go. Let me get the grated cheese. And, oh, yeah. Okay. Got it. All right, ready? You got to help me with the cheese, too. We got to add. We got 52 in here. 40 seconds left. 54 votes. Right now, in the lead is 30 to 40 with 44%. 40 or more, 40 to 50 is 36%. 50 or more is 17%. And 20 or more is only 1.75%. We got 20 seconds left. Get your vote in. Come on. Here we go. Come on, what do you think? How many meatballs are we going to get out of 4 pounds of meat and whatever this paste is going to give us? And I'll show you, these aren't going to be giant meatballs. They're not going to be real small either. They're not Swedish meatballs. All right, 3 seconds, 2, 1. Boom, that's it. Okay, 20 or more, 20 to 30, came out to be 4% of the votes. 30 to 40 was 43% of the vote, and 40 to 50 is 36% of the vote, and 50 or more, 15% of the vote. The majority of you say it's going to be between 30 and 40. All right, second place, 40 to 50. Third place, 50 or more, and 20 to 30 is 4.62%. All right, here we go. Now, all right, we got it. Next, how much cheese should we put in here? Come on. Ready? You tell me when. We're putting cheese in the meatballs now. All of it, Vanessa says. Oh, I'm putting grated cheese in. That's a lot. Look. That's it. When? All the cheese, when? All the cheese, they say. Put everything in, everything. This stuff's expensive. A little bit more? All right, a little more. One more pinch? That's a pinch. Isn't this a pinch right here? All right. How about we do this? There we go. Now we're talking. Now we're calling. Yes. All right. Come on. You kidding me or what? We got to have cheese in here. You got to have cheese in here. No, they won't be too salty. They're going to be good. They're going to be really good. Look at this. Look at this nice paste. Come on. This is the consistency I wanted, like that. Why? Because I wanted to have the similar consistency of the meat. All right? And by adding the cheese at the end, look at that. Now, this is the paste we just made. Now we're going to take our meat. Look at the consistency of the meat. It's very similar between that and that. So it's going to blend really well. Okay? So we got that there. That's 3 pounds of chopped meat. I have little bit more than a pound of ground veal I'm putting in. Okay, that's my meat. Now, I got to turn this oven on. I'm going to put this oven all the way up right now to 4 1/4. Okay? All right, I'm going to let that oven, because we're going to bake the meatballs. I'm not frying them. All right, and the only reason I'm not is because I need the stove, and baking them comes out really, really well. All right, really comes out well. All right, so now we're just mixing this all together. All right, we're going to blend all of this together for our meatballs. Well, I think, listen, I know people say, oh, it's healthier if you bake them. Frankly, I don't care. Fried, I think, tastes better. Anything fried tastes better. I don't care what anyone says. It tastes better. It may not be as good for you, but frankly, I know my cardiologist is watching here, and I'm gonna get a call. I'm gonna get a text message. What are you doing? So, hey, Mr. Cardiologist, I won't even say your name. All right? I'm baking the meatballs today, all right? I'm baking the meatballs. Don't give me a hard time when I come see you. All right? The bowls, these steel, but forget about rubber gloves. I'm wearing no gloves, all right? I'm in my house. I just washed my hands. My hands are my best tools, and if I'm in a restaurant, I wear gloves. Now, if you want to wear gloves, you wear gloves. I don't wear gloves. I don't care. I'm in my house. I'm still alive. I've been doing this for my whole life like this. All right? Now, who uses gloves? Does anybody use gloves in their house when they're cooking? I want to know who uses gloves. Does anyone use gloves in their house when they're cooking? I mean, who does that? I don't know. My Nonny never did. No. All right. See how nice this is coming? Look how nice this looks. Look at all the meats. You can see the fresh herbs that are in here. Okay? And the bowls, these steel bowls are the best. If you don't have steel bowls, you got to get yourself some. Because, look at this. Okay? These bowls are so convenient. They're so easy to clean. And when you're doing something like this, you can spin it. You can spin these. It's like having your hand as a mixer. All right? All right. All right? All right, now we're going to start rolling them. All right, last chance to get your vote in for, now this vote you have to just send it, how many you think we're going to do. I'll show you the size. All right, I'll show you the size I'm making. Okay? Just big enough to fit in the palm of my hand. They're pretty consistent, all right? Like that. All right? So, how many do you think we're going to get out of this? Oh man, 18, 20, 30, 25, 53, 30 to 40. Oh, you guys, I want to know who gets the exact one. Whoever gets it right, you better go play the lotto today. Or get a ticket. Look. All right, that's about the size. All consistent. They're pretty consistent. All right. I've done this so many times that I know the size of my hand. All right. Before, the poll was 30 to 40 was the majority of the people said 30 to 40. All right. The second place was 40 to 50. Then there was 50 or more was 17%, and 20 to 30 was only 4%, like 4 and 7.5%. Okay? I'm curious myself how this is going to work out. All right, so let's see. All right. So in here, we used 4 eggs. Heavy cream. We used some onion powder. We used white pepper. I used some chicken base. All right. I used paprika. I used fresh basil, fresh parsley, fresh oregano from the garden. You got to have some garden in here. Come on. Then we mixed that all together. We took about a loaf of bread. I took 2 different kinds of bread that were older, stale a little bit. I cut the edges off. We chopped them up. We put it in. We soaked it in that mixture. We added a little bit of tomato sauce as well to that mixture. Then I added grated cheese and brought it all together. All right? And now we're going to take these. We used 3 pounds of chopped meat, and we used 1 pound, a little bit more than a pound of ground veal. And we mixed it together. And now we're doing a count And I have no idea how many I'm making here. All right, but I can tell you, I'm going to show them to you. They're going to look basically around the same size. So there's no cheating here. I'm not trying to get, I don't even know how many I'm making. I can't talk to you and count. I have that AD thing, that ADD, the ADHD thing. So I very difficult for Unc to do two things at once. All right, very difficult. I didn't put any hot sauce in here, no. Still got the numbers coming. Yeah, what is that? ADHD, yeah. I think, I couldn't sit still. Can you imagine me as a kid in high school? Oh, yeah. I had more fun in high school. And those of you that know me, you know Uncle Glenn had some really fun times in high school. I mean, but I tell you right now, my parents were so strict with making sure if I came home with a B, they were not happy. Well, my mother, my father, he was, my mother, what are you doing? You can't. God forbid I came home with a C. Ooh. So I made sure I got the work done one way or another, if you know what I mean. All right? I was no goody two shoes. Now, I could tell you high school stories that would make your hair stand up. I did some stuff that, if I ever did that now, whoop, whoop, bye-bye, Unc. We had so much fun, though. Where I learned to cook, I'll tell you how I learned to cook. All right? I learned to cook. Oh, look at it. Woo, woo, Steffi! Yeah! Oh, there's my train. See that, Grandpa? He sees it. Oh. Well, why is the poles up again? Okay. What happened? I'll tell you how I learned to cook. I learned to cook, believe it or not. Should I tell you how I learned? Or you want to just forget about that now? It was out of necessity that I learned to cook. Out of need. Let me just tell you, when growing up, my mother, what? Love, 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 love. I love, 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 love. I love you too. Those song things are so great. Oh, they're so great. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Ah, that was so cool. Oh. So anyway, my mother, I'll put it to you this way. I knew breakfast was ready in the morning. I've told the story when I smelled the toast burning. That's how I knew breakfast was ready. And then I come out and she'd be scraping it on a sink. You think she could throw it away, make a new one? No. Scrape the black burnt off of my toast. But it wasn't once in a while. It was always. But I got to tell you, and I say this, and you guys, you laugh, but my mother had a perfect recipe passed down for generations, and she never missed at all. She always hit the mark with it. All right? It was a great recipe. She could boil water like nobody. I don't know how she did it. Every time, perfect. I'm sorry, Ma. Don't throw in shoes, all right? No shoes. All right? One time, and I tell the story, it was my birthday. And my mother said, I want to make you a birthday cake. Uh-oh. All right, Ma. And she had these little recipe cards that she had bought. They were, I don't know, I mailed them to her. She had a whole box of recipe cards. So she's following the recipe, and she's making my birthday cake. Well, it smelled amazing. All right? Wasn't burnt, nothing. We're all there. We had dinner, and now we're waiting for my birthday cake. She goes, she takes it out of the oven. The cake was that big. That big was the cake. Hey, Ma, do you make brownies? What is that? Oh, that's your birthday cake. But Ma, it's only this big. Oh, I followed directions exactly. That's the kind of cake it is. So I look on the recipe card. Hey, Ma, did you put everything in? Did you put flour? You put salt? Did you put baking soda? She goes, yes. She goes, I didn't have any Coca-Cola, so I put root beer for baking soda. Root beer. Ma, it said baking soda. That's what I used. Now you think she would take that cake and say, oh, it didn't come out good? No, 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 no. She put icing on it, bought the candles. The candles, when she stuck it in, went right through to the bottom. That's how, it was, but I said, yeah, happy birthday to me. Blow the candle out. Now I gotta eat the thing. I gotta slice it. I could have used a butter knife to slice the cake. True story. Now you want to know why? How did I learn to cook? Out of survival. My mother, God rest her soul, she was a talented woman. So talented, played 5 instruments. She was a singer. She taught us how to love. She taught us all about music. She taught us all about being kind and respectful. But she made the weirdest things growing up. The weirdest. All right? All right. Enough of this. Let's count our meatballs. Ready? All right. Let me get a pan. Hold on. I'll wash my hands. I got to wash my hands again. Okay. Oh, it smells so good. Love the way this smells. All right. Now we're gonna pull these. Now we're gonna count these meatballs out. Let me get a tray with some parchment paper. Hold on. And let's get some meatballs on our paper. Let's see who gets this right. Who's gonna get it right? All right. I got that right there. Let me just, a little quick spray on here. All right. I'm coming over, show you. I'll show you. All right, good. All right, let's do our count. All right, you ready? Let's see who gets it right. I'm curious who's gonna get this right. Hey, if you're new here, you gotta hit that follow button. All right, you gotta be part of this ever-growing family here. We have the best time when we're here. And I would just ask you, this place is positive, loving, encouraging, all right? We care about each other here, and we respect one another. I respect you, and you respect me, and in turn, this family. Now, if you like that, you like positivity, you like the smile, you want to be happy, then you hit the follow button. If you don't like it, you swipe away. There's so much stuff everywhere else. So if you like that, you hit the follow button. You don't like it, swipe away. Because if you come in here and you start getting fancy, oh, look at the thing on my buff. What are you putting stuff on my head? Denise, with the buff. You ruined my buff, Denise. Denise. Thank you, Denise. Thank you, Pammy. Look at the cool uncle. Ooh. Ooh, you guys are so fun. I love you. I have so much fun with yous. I tell you, I chose the other night to hang out with the family instead of going out with the boy. Ooh, what is this? Remember, I can't even understand that language. What is that? Oh, look at the little piggy. What is that? Metamorphosis. La la Lisa. Metamorphosis. Whoa, you guys got to see what's going on here. Holy smokes. Holy, look at this. Look at this. Oh, my God. Oh, a watermelon slide. Wow, that's a new one. A watermelon slide from Butters. Oh, yeah. Oh, woo, 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 woo. You guys got to see this. You got to see what they're doing. It's so... Oh, look at this thing. What is that? What is that? What is that? Oh, my gosh. Oh, the pole keeps coming up in my way. Oh, all right. All right, we got to count the meatballs. We got to count the meatballs. All right, ready? All right, let's go. Here we go. This counts. 1. Here we go. 2. 3. 4. 5. See, they're all about the same size too. You'll see. 6 right here. 7. Consistency is great. All right, they're not too soft. 8. Come on. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. I'm going to put this closer so you guys can count along with me. Okay? And move these. Make sure I got enough room here. Okay, can I get... No. No, we're going to have to. Okay. What do you think? We're getting there. Huh? What do you think? All right, I'm not done. We got 6 across times 4, 24 meatballs here. We're at 24 right now. Okay? Right? 6, 12, 18, 24. All right? I get another tray. I got to get another tray. Hold on. Get some parchment paper. Just helps. It'll stick. Put a little spray on there. Okay. All right. Let's finish the count up. All right, ready? Here we go. Hold on. Okay. Ooh, who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? All right, you guys see him over here better? All right, like that. 1, Okay. Family, we got 24, 28. Who was in the first category of 20 to 30? 29. 30. 31. 32. 33. 34. 34 meatballs. 34 meatballs. Who got them right? Who got it right? I want to know. Who got it right? Exactly. Come on, tell the truth. Tell the truth who got it right. If you were in the category of 30 to 40, you got it right. But did anyone get it exactly right? Did anyone? Shannon got it right. Oh, you got it right? You got it right too? Look. Oh, I got it right. Jeannie. You missed by 33. I said 33, it was 34. I said 30 to 35, okay. You gotta hit it right though. We got 2 people that got it exact. That's so great. That's so great. All right, now we're gonna take those, we're putting them in the oven. All right, I got the oven on 425 degrees. Why? I'm putting it on there for a minute. I'm gonna keep it on for about 2 or 3 minutes like that. Then I'm gonna drop the temperature down. I want them to get a crust on here. And then we're gonna take them out, we're gonna turn them all, and we'll do the other side. Okay? So, take this. All right. All right. All right. We're moving along here pretty good. Pretty good. You guys got to give me 1 minute. I got to go see if Mama is got to go take the dog or what. So give me a minute. I'll be right back. And then we're going to start on our chicken Scarpeirello. All right? We're going to do chicken wing. We're going to use sausage, potatoes. We're going to use onions. We're going to use peppers from the garden. It's going to be great. Give me 2 minutes. Let me go check things. Hold on. Mama. Yeah. Yep.
And on the 7th call back, she got the part of the situation.
And you're also really good characters. I thought Heather Hopper was very funny. She was cast as a really in the last one to character.
Yes. All right. Just let me know because I'm just starting the chicken Scarpeirello right now, and I'll probably be, I don't know. I mean, as long as I should be done. Yeah, I could be done, in an hour, but I'm probably not going to be done probably for about. I'm probably thinking of more like 4 o'clock, if that's okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Good. Okay. All right, family. I'm back. All right. Mama's got to take care of the poochies, so I'm gonna have to take her later. But I got plenty of time. So don't leave me. Don't leave me. All right, here we go. Now we're gonna go and we're gonna start our next part of the dinner. And this is one of my brother-in-law's favorite dishes. This is the chicken Scarpeirello. All right, and I love it myself. All right, so it's more like a lemon wine sauce with fresh herbs and peppers and onions and potatoes. But the way you cook it is extremely important. The way that I'm gonna layer the flavors are gonna make the difference in how this is flavored, how it comes out. Now, can you take everything and throw it together? Yes. Will it come out the same? No. All right, so let's try it. I'm gonna bring you over to the stove, all right? And we are gonna start. I have a cast iron pot right here. Now, here's our marinara sauce that we have cooking nice and slow on low, all right? It's gonna cook for hours, all right? Right now, we are gonna cook some Scarpeirello. And how am I gonna cook that? Well, I'll tell you what I'm gonna start with. Guess what I'm using first, okay? Uncle Glenn is gonna use some garlic oil in here first, all right? That and some olive oil. And then what I'm gonna do is I have some chicken wings. Now, actually, I should bring you over to, I shouldn't start there yet because I have to take those chicken wings, and really kind of fillet them a little bit. All right, so I think I have to do that first. And I'm gonna do it right here. I'm gonna just move this up a little bit. Just give me a second. Clear off this area real quick. I'll get this out of my way. Okay? Okay. All right. So, here's what I want to do. I'm going to show you the wings. I got some nice chicken wings that I dried out. Okay? One of the key things when you're using chicken wings, if you want to come out crispy, you got to make sure that they're dry. All right? And I put paper towels in here. I patted them dry. And I had them in the refrigerator for a little while. That's going to help for the chicken to get a little bit more crispy. Okay? But I want to take these tips off and I want to cut this. All right? So I'm jumping the gun over here. Let's go back here for a second. Right here. And let's take a look at what I'm going to do here. All right? Hold on. Whoop. Come on, don't fall down on me. Come on, face. All right, we got him here. Let me put you back here. Sorry. Put you back where you were. And let's take these wings and let's kind of fix these up a little bit, all right? Here's the wing right here. Now let me get a piece of parchment paper, only to help it with the cleanup, basically. I have cutting board on the bottom. I'm putting cutting board on top right here. Okay? Okay? Now, I got a wing here. I'll get you over there so you can see a little better. Just bear with me a minute. I'm getting my other camera set up so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay? I gotta take the knife and I want to cut this part of I'm going to chop this part of the wing off. Okay, the tip. Okay, then I want to split down here, crack it, and I'm going to cut where the joint is, right there. Okay? And that I'm going to toss aside. I'm just doing this for a few of these right here. Okay? And cutting over here, spread the joint out like that, and just cut right through it, right there. You get it? Okay. Stop a few. And this way, because these are pointy, these things, first of all. Okay? And what I'm doing, breaking this joint, cutting through it, putting it up. I always thought chicken wings, I said, why is there a drumstick in chicken wings? And I never realized it until I started doing this, that It's not a drumstick. It's the other part of the wing. I never knew that. I always thought this was like a drumstick. I never knew that this was part of the wing. Yeah, Mama's looking at me like, you're a stupid something. Listen, I'm not a chef.
Listen, I never knew the other side was called the flats.
I don't know. I still don't know that.
I think that's what it was. Right?
I don't. You're right.
That's the
You're
one
asking.
I like the one with hardly any meat on it. I don't like the drumstick.
Right. Yeah. All right, 2 more, 3 more.
How are you making those?
I'm making a Scarpeirello.
Oh.
I know, you want fried chicken wings, right? I saved them. I have some other ones I can make for you. You want? Mama likes very plain. She don't like my cooking. Well, I can't say that. She likes a lot of it. She likes very simple. We were talking about it today. Like even I made the Zeppelis last night, right? And she said, you know, there was something in those Zeppelis I didn't really care for. And, you know, I'm glad she tells me this stuff. And I said, I bet you I know what it was. And I said, I put some lemon rind in it. So, and she goes, yeah, that was it. That was it. You know? So, I mean, listen, the oven is fine. The oven's on. Okay? Now I got to take this right here. I got to clean and bleach this off right here. I'm going to take these wings. These are going to go in the pan that we're using. We're taking the paper with it, the parchment paper. I'm taking this whole thing. I'm going to put it over here for now. And I want to clean this off. First, I got to take my potatoes that are here. Okay? That's why the colander, this colander right here is so important. That's away from everything. Okay? Oh, I got... Okay.
Oh, not for you.
All right. I have to clean the knife. I have to clean the board and this whole area here. Why? Because when I'm dealing with chicken or something like that, I want to be sure that I have everything pretty sanitized as best that I can. All right? You can only do the best that you can do. Is it perfect? No. But I've yet to have any problems with any salmonella or anything else in the way that I take care of stuff. And so...
You're avoiding course.
What? A what? I'm a what?
You're avoiding course.
Oh, yeah. She's very smart. She said I'm avoiding cross-contamination. That's right. I don't even know what this stuff's called. You know, but I know you're supposed to really make sure that you, whenever you have any chicken, and it could be chicken splatter. You know, if you have chicken splatter, it's enough to cross-contaminate. So now we're going to take this, I'm going to bleach this, wash it and bleach it. Okay?
And rinse it.
And, of course.
We don't want to eat bleach either.
No, you don't want to eat bleach, but I have to do this. So if you guys will have to leave because I'm doing this, I'm sorry. Sorry, but it's important. Now I just take some bleach. I'm going to bleach this board up a little bit. Okay? All right. Take all this right here. Get rid of this right there. Okay? Just rinsing this off and I'm almost done. All I want to do is bleach this area right here real quick. Okay? It's important. you know, although I don't use gloves, I want to make sure that where I'm cooking is sanitized and somewhat clean, okay? And I think we've achieved that. So, now I always put down a rag underneath my cutting board, always. Why? Because if you don't have it, and you have either Formica or you have granite or any other kind of thing, and you're working the cutting board, it can slip on you. This prevents it from slipping. You take it, you give a little quick touch of water. You don't have to make it soaking wet. And it grips. Okay? Now when I take the board, I put it on top. It's not going anywhere. I can push on this. And it's like a solid piece. So very, very important that you do that. Okay? All right, let's get back to the stove and let's get going on what we're cooking again. All right? I know I didn't have that prepared, so we're going to be doing it now. Okay? All right, so we left off where we were about to put in some olive oil and some garlic oil. All right, I'm going to put some nice olive oil in here. And this is going to be the base of, and we're going to make this very, very hot. Very, very hot. Okay? I'm putting garlic oil. This is garlic oil. We made this yesterday, the garlic oil. Look how rich and flavorful this is. That's all garlic in here and infused into the oil. It's direct flavor. It's delicious. Okay? I put olive oil, and I'm just adding some garlic oil. I will be using the garlic in here as well, but not now. Not now. All right, let me get my bowl. Put those wings in a bowl. Okay? All right. Here's our wings. Now, all I'm going to do to the wings is this. I'm using some garlic salt in those wings. A little bit of garlic salt. Okay? A little garlic salt right here. And I'm going to use lemon pepper. Lemon pepper. Why? Because I'm making a scarpeirello, and I want it to have this flavor. The lemon and the garlic flavor. All right? Lemon pepper. Decent amount. That's pretty much my seasoning right there. Put those in. Move this around a little. Okay? Not a lot, because it's going to get seasoned with everything else. But we're going to put these wings in here. We're going to cook these wings up. Not fully. We want to brown them really good. Once they're browned, then we're going to take them out. And then we're going to take our sausage, and we're going to cook our sausage in the same pot. No changes. In the same pan. Then when the sausages are cooked, we're going to take the potatoes with the same, all of the rendering from the wings, from the sausage, and we'll put them in there. Okay? I want this very hot. This is a cast iron pot right here. Okay? It's a cast iron, kind of a saute Dutch oven pot. Tools are really important that you have the right tools. Now I want this to almost get to a smoke. I do want this hot. And the hotter it is, the better it's going to be. Okay? All right. I'm going to put a little bit of oil in here as well. Okay? And now we're going to start dropping these in. Okay? I put a little bit of olive oil in here as well. Okay? Now, don't they look like drumsticks? I don't care what anybody says. Look like I thought it was a small bird. All right, putting these in. Okay? This is how I make it. Now, you could use chicken thighs. I'm using chicken wings today, and I'm using chicken breast, but I'm cooking that later. That's the last thing I'm going to do. Okay? I'm going to brown these up really good, and we want to render the skin. I want to render the fat on the skin on here. Okay? Now, I'm not worried about the pan getting brown. You want to know why? Because that's all flavor. All flavor. If you see this pan, you see like, oh, it's burning. It's not burning. It's going to be, I'm going to get all that flavor off later. Right now, we have olive oil in here, garlic oil in here, and we're rendering some of the skin oil into here and flavoring it, basically. Okay, we're going to crisp these up. Okay, how nice. It's going to start in the brown already. Got to have a hot pan when you do this. All right? And because I dried those skins really well, they're not sticking. All right? If you don't dry the skin off, it's going to stick to the pot. So I did my best to try to dry it. Little things like that matter. And I'm moving them around also. I want to get nice color. That's what I really want. I want to have a good color. I want the skin to tighten up. They do not have to be fully cooked because they're going to cook later. I'm not trying to fully cook these. I'm trying to, I don't know, braise them, I guess you would call it. I'm not a chef. I don't know what you call it. Okay? Coming along nice. I see I can smell the flavor. Smelling it is key, you know? You do things in stages and you get a better result. We're building flavors here. We're building the flavor. We're taking the chicken flavor, okay? Now I could add chicken base to this if I wanted to flavor it up, but I'm not doing that now. A little later, not now. Okay? It's a little bit, listen, it takes work. All right? It does take work to do this. I'm not saying it's like, if you throw it all together, it's just not going to come out the same. I don't know how clear I can make that. Really important. And you have better control over the flavor. You have better control over the product when you do it one thing at a time. Takes a little longer, but you get a better result. Trust me. Yeah, we're getting good colors on this. It's a slow process, but what we want. It's how we want it to come out. Almost where I want it. Almost. You watch how we build the flavors here. Very, very, what's the word? Systematic, the right word. We're doing this systematically. Very, very big word there, Bonk. Okay? All right. Now see the brown on that pot? The brown in there? That's all flavor. We're going to get all that flavor up. Okay? And just about ready. See, by doing this, it'll keep the skin from getting soggy when we put the wine in later on. We're sealing all the flavor in here. And we're rendering the flavor off of the skin. Okay, that's really important. Now that oil now that's in there is garlic oil, olive oil, and chicken fat. Okay? All right. Okay, good. Okay? There's our flavors right there. We got just added flavor. Now, we're going to build some more flavor in there. All right? Now we're going to build some sausage. Okay? A little bit of sausages. And what I'm going to do is let me cut these because I do want this cut up. And this is going to be, I'm cutting the links because it's one big link here, and I don't want one big link in there. It'd be hard to control it. So I'm cutting the link. Okay? Got it. All right? So, take this, nice and hot, the oil, put this in. Nice sausages. Now with this, I want to cover this. I'm doing the same thing. We want to get it, seal the skin, brown it up, get the flavor in the pot. Okay? Now I'm going to put a lid on this one because I want the interior of the sausage to cook really well. I don't care how dark these get. All right, so I'm just going to leave that like that right now. Okay? We have our chicken right here. Now I've got to get my chicken breast that I'm using, and I'm only going to use a couple of chicken breasts. All right? But I want to get those ready. I want to have those dried up because I have 3 chicken breasts here, which I'm not using all 3. I'm going to use 2 of them. I'm putting it on here. Hold on. I have to dry these. I'm going to quickly dry these up with a paper towel, and then I can bring you over if you want to watch. I'm just going to slice them up into pieces, and let me get paper towel first. All right, hold on. All right. All right. See these? I got two chicken breasts right here. All right. You got to dry the skins off. All right. Now, if I want to put cornstarch or some flour on here before I put it in later, I can do that. All right. But for now, I want it out. I'm going to bring you over. I want to cut these into strips that I'm going to use so you can watch and see this that I'm doing here. All right. Okay. We're good here? I got here. Okay. We're good here. Okay. Taking a paper towel and just drying these up pretty good. I have my parchment paper on here. All right. Drying this up. Much liquid as you can get off of it is going to help it. All right. Now, if I wanted to flour these, I could. I don't think I'm going to. I don't think I'm going to. All right. I'm going to take these. I'm not filleting these. I want these to be a little thicker. Actually, no, I probably should fillet it. I'll fillet it in half. Just one fillet. I'm going to fillet it one time in half. All right? Why? Because it'll cook quicker. All right? So, I'm going right in half. Just going to fillet this down here once. Okay? Same thing right here. Okay. Okay. Now, I'm just going to cut some pieces right here. All right? Got a little bit on an angle right here. I might get the other one. Just do them all. In fact, I am going to. Yeah, maybe not. Nah, I got enough here. Okay. Okay? Done. All right, let's go. I want to go over to the stove and just turn those sausages without getting you all dizzy here. All right, hold on. Come on, let's go over. Because we're going to be working here now. Again. Okay? Okay. Turn those sausages. We had those cooking. We don't have to fully cook them. All right? I wanted to get some interior. I want really to get some of the... I want some of those, the flavors of some of those to come out. That's really why I'm doing that. Now we're going to brown them. Okay? Now I'll brown them up. I cooked them a little bit on the interior. Now I'm going to brown them up. We're going to be adding some peppers and onions after these are browned up. Now I'm going to fire the heat up and get some color on these. Okay? I need some coffee. Can I get a sip of coffee or what? Huh? Oh, the meatballs. Ooh, I almost forgot the meatballs. Let's take a look at them. Oh yeah. Oh, the meatballs look so good. Let's take a look. Yep. Oh yeah. Look at this. Look how nice these meatballs look. Right? We're going to turn these and put them back in. I got to turn them and put them back in. We're multitasking here. Okay? Let's turn them over. Look at that nice color. See the nice color on these? Look, see? The beautiful color? Just turn them over. Better than frying. Look. Beautiful. We're kind of multitasking right here, right now, which I have to do. Coloring up our sausage. See all the juices that are rendering in here? Nice. It's all flavor. That's all flavor. Okay. Put these back in. Take the other ones out. 30, what did we get? 34 meatballs. Yeah, nice. We didn't fry anything. Nice color on these meatballs. They're crispy on the outside. I got the temperature on 430 degrees. You want a high temperature when you're cooking these. You want to have them crisp. Okay? They're back in. I don't want to forget about them. So let me put a bake time on this for about 8 minutes and then they should be done. All right. See all the juices that are coming out? Look, see the bottom of this? You say, oh, wow, this is getting burnt. No, that's all flavor. I'm going to render all that up. It's all going to disappear. It's all going to become part of my chicken scarpeirello. Okay? Now, I know I'm not talking to you guys a lot right now because I can't. I got to concentrate on what I'm doing right now. A little bit more. Now I'm going to take them out. Okay. All right. Put them right with the wings. Right in there. Everything's going together. Okay? Now I'm going to take those chicken pieces and I'm going to cook those in there. All right? It's all flavor. Now this may stick a little. Why? Because they're dried and I don't have any flour on them. But I'll get it up. Not that concerned about it. These will cook quick. Again, they're going to cook later. I'm just kind of sealing all the juices in here right now. That's all I'm doing. You're going to cook quick. This is the oil, olive oil, garlic oil, the rendering from our chicken wings, the rendering from our sausages. Now we just dropped in the chicken breasts. They don't have to be fully cooked. All I want to do is get them sealed right now. I'm sealing them in the flavor that we have here. Nice color. See how it's absorbing the flavor from what we put in here? It's absorbing the flavor from that sausage, from the chicken wings, the fat from the chicken wings. This is chicken breast, so there's no fat in here. All right? So if they're not cooked, these will dry out. And this is just absorbing so much flavor right now. And they're going to cook quick. This is going to be done in a minute. Done enough for me. Because they're going to cook more when I put them in the oven. Sealing the flavor right now, that's it. Okay, one turn, and we're going to be done with this. Okay? That's going in here. Okay. This is all our proteins for our chicken scarpeirello. And we really didn't season it at all yet. Not at all. Okay? You don't want to overcook this chicken breast. It'll turn, it'll be bad. So, okay. All right, we're on 2 platforms today, so I'm moving 2 cameras around, and if I'm making you dizzy, I'm really sorry, but we're on the Face today, and we're on TikTok today. So I just want you guys to know that, all right? And it's been great so far. All right, right now, family, anybody have any questions? I'm gonna have a sip of coffee before I go to the next phase here. All right? Anybody have any questions? about anything. Oh yeah. Oh, that tastes so good. Tastes so good. Nice, brother. Thanks, John. Ian. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. When is your birthday? I don't know. Yeah, come on. Right now we have 730 people. We had 1,200 people on here before. So if you're new here on TikTok, hit that follow button. If you're not, invite your friends, your family. Get your hot me's in. All right? On here, on new, we're now on here new. On the face. I can't say it over here. But anybody, oh, Kit Kat, holy smokes, look at the diamond money gun. Oh, you didn't see this. I just got the diamond money gun from Kit Kat, my mod. That is so crazy good. They're just so generous. I got to tell you, my mods are unbelievable. And they're not only generous with their time, they volunteer all their time to this channel, to this family. And then on top of it, they send these gifts that are just so generous. I don't know what to say except I love you and I thank you. I thank you, I thank you, I thank you. All right? So let me, hold on, I got to pull these meatballs out. All right, let me pull these meatballs out. Thank you, Kit Kat. That was beyond generous. Oh my gosh. All right, our meatballs are done. Okay? Look how nice they look. Huh? 34 meatballs we made. Only 2 people got it right. Goal achieved! Yeah, Kit Kat! We got the goal! That's so awesome! I love you, I love you, I love you! Alright, I'm going to put these here. Hold on, I got to cool these down a little bit somewhere. I'm running out of room, so this is not a big kitchen. This is my humble little kitchen here that I try to get all this stuff done, utilizing whatever space I got. So, okay. There, that's there. Good, good. All right, it smells amazing though. I got to tell you, you got no idea how good this smells in here. It smells incredible. It's just incredible. All right, so right here, let's look at this. We did our sausage, our wings, and our chicken breasts. The meat is all in here. Now we're going to take onion, peppers. MC! The tropical sunset. Thank you, MC. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! You are missing all of these cartoons, this love, these wonderful gifts that are all coming on my TikTok here. Oh my gosh, Spooky! Spooky! Thank you, Spooky! You guys make me so happy. I don't know. I am blessed to be here. I am the one that's blessed. This was by accident that we did this. That this all happened. I didn't plan it. We went from less than 200 people. Less than 200 1 year and 2 months ago. We're at 42,000 family members. And growing quickly. You guys are so awesome. And we're at 225,000 likes. That's not chump change. All right? All right. Oh, I love this. So good. All right, I got to do some work. All right, let's do a little work. I got my potatoes here. This is next thing to go in here. So I'm going to heat that up. I'm going to add a little garlic oil to that. Actually, I'm going to add some olive oil to this in my pan. Okay, and all we're going to do now, when we put those potatoes in, we're going to brown these up. And we're going to add some olive oil to that. Actually, I'm going to add some olive oil to this in my pan. Okay, and all we're going to do now, when we put those potatoes in, we're going to brown these up. Okay, and all we're going to do now, when we put those potatoes in, we're going to brown these up. And we're going to add some olive oil to this in my pan. Okay, and all we're going to do now, when we put those potatoes in, we're going to brown these up. And we're going to add some olive oil to this in my pan. Okay, and all we're going to do now, when we put those potatoes in, we're going to brown these up. And we're going to add some olive oil to this in my pan. Okay, and all we're going to do now, when we put those potatoes in, we're going to brown these up. And we're going to add some olive oil to this in my pan. Okay, and all we're going to do now, when we put those potatoes in, we're going to brown these up. And we're going to add some olive oil to this in my pan. Okay, and all we're going to do now, when we put those potatoes in, we're going to brown these up. And we're going to add This is for our chicken scarpeirello. I put them, I boiled them a couple of minutes. All right, just to soften them up a bit. They still got nice and tender. We want to put these in and we want to get a nice color on these. So now we'll have the chicken wings, we'll have the sausage, we'll have the chicken breasts, and we're going to have nice golden potatoes that are going to go in. Now I got to cut up some onion. Now, I'm not a chef, my friends, so my knife skills are under par, but I do the best I can. So, right now, I'm going to take this and I want to cut up onion. And again, I'm not chopping this onion up. I want to slice it up, not diced, because I want everything to have somewhat of a consistent size to it. All right, so we're just going to cut this here like this, and I'm going bigger pieces for the onion. Okay? Cut this into fifths right here. Okay. I'm going to do one more. I like the onion. I think the onion gives it such a wonderful flavor, sweetener. It's just so good. You ever see the chefs do this? They're like, boom, 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 boom. I mean, people say, oh, you should go on the Food Network. What are you, crazy? I'd get kicked out immediately. What? You using leftovers? Are you out of your mind? You're not a chef. Get out. Sorry. I'd be running. But I frankly don't care, because this is how I cook. This is how I have fun. Nobody has what we have. And this is a great, great community, a great family, and I love every single one of you. And you help me to be able to fulfill my responsibility, which is to love my neighbor. Let's get back over to the stove. Okay? Here we go. Let's just get over here. Put you there. This tripod stinks. All right, that one's okay. I need new stuff here. All right, I got that nice and hot. I want to do the potatoes first. Okay? I want these to get dark. I want the sugars. I want these to be sealed, crispy. Okay? That's what I want. Doing everything a little at a time. Then we put it all together. And that's what's going to really give it wonderful flavor. We can always season everything right at the end. We'll season it. All right? So for now, I'm cooking these potatoes separately. All right? I want them to get color. Now, I could do this also, which I'm going to do. Now, I'll wait. I'm not doing it now. Could give it a little garlic salt. Potatoes. A little bit garlic salt. Yep. And we'll give it a little lemon pepper. Because one thing about potatoes, they absorb all the flavor of everything. Okay? So, there's lemon pepper and garlic salt I just put on here. I'm going to let those crisp up. I want them to get a little crispy, a little coating on here. All right? Man, these things stink. I'm using this one. I'll just be gentle. Okay? Letting those. There's a lot of sugar in the potatoes, so they'll tend to stick quicker. Okay? That's why I'm kind of just moving them along here a little bit, checking them. All right. Wait till you see this come together. It's going to be beautiful. You're going to love it. I'm going to bring this over to my sister tonight. Okay. Okay. Okay, we just want to get some good color on here, get them sealed, and I'm going to take them all out and put that aside. Then we're going to put in our onions, our peppers. I have 2 red peppers. I have my garden hot peppers. And the hot peppers I'm going to fry whole. I'm not cutting them up. The reason I don't want to cut them up is because I don't want to get the seeds and everything. The hot peppers on their own will be sufficient. If somebody wants a hot pepper, they pick it up and they'll be able to eat it. And that's how I'm going to handle that. Because I do want to have some hot peppers in here. All right? And we haven't seasoned. We didn't build our sauce yet. We're going to make a white wine, chicken-based sauce, lemon, okay? And that'll be the final thing. And then we're going to add all the ingredients to it. And we'll let it bake in the oven for a little while, and that'll be it. Okay, my peppers are all cut. They're all ready to go. I have my onions cut. They're all ready to go. And then my whole garden peppers will go in as well. I'm going to throw them in whole. All right? All right, these should almost be done on this side. See if we got some color on it. Yep. Yep. Good. See, if you don't do this, they'll turn to mush. And I don't want them to turn to mush. I want them to have some body to them. That's why I'm doing this. And they're not only they're absorbing flavor right now too. Okay? Okay. All right. We'll leave them a couple more minutes. Let's get everything else ready over here to go. Good. Okay. Yep, this is really this is what I was looking for. Okay? This kind of sealing right here. All right, see that? See that right there? That's the color I want. That golden sealed flavor. That's on the floor. All right? I'm rinsing it and I'm putting it aside because I'm eating it. That's me. I let nothing go to waste. I'm sorry. All right? Okay. All right. I think we can call it done. Right here. Let's get a bowl and put them in. Okay. Now, see the pan? I want you to take a look at this pan. You see how browned up and it's got all that in there? Everything you see in here is flavor. It's not burnt, it's flavor. All right, and we're going to utilize that flavor right now. We're going to bring all that flavor together with the onion and the peppers. Okay? the onion and the peppers right here. Watch. Watch. Watch, watch, watch. This is going to take everything. All that down there is this is going to break down, it's going to liquefy, and I'm adding some chicken stock to this now. Chicken base, I'm putting right in here, okay? That's my salt. That's my flavor. White pepper. Now, you could add pepper flakes if you wanted to in here. No problem. I'm adding my other peppers right here. Okay? These are banana peppers, hot. These are hot. But I'm leaving these whole. I'm leaving these peppers whole. Why? Because I don't want the seeds to come out. It'll cook a lot of people, and I don't really want that. All right? That's not my intention. I'm not trying. Okay? This is going to be so delicious. Trust me. All right, now we're going to add a little bit of garlic oil to this. Some fresh garlic. Okay, garlic oil. And now I'm going to throw some of my garlic in here. Okay. Rosemary. Now I start herbing it up. I'm building the flavor in here. This is going to be my flavor bomb. Okay? This will be my flavor bomb. Nice fresh rosemary we picked from the garden. Okay? And you watch how the bottom of this pot is going to release all of its flavor into this. All right? Okay, coming along nice. And get some more herbs in there. This is where I add my herbs. Okay? This is when I add them. Okay, I'm building the flavors right now. So I have some nice thyme right here. We just picked out of the garden. Okay, fresh thyme I'm putting in. Now, a lot of people will just use maybe parsley and rosemary for this, but I'm an herb guy. And I have this stuff from my garden. So I'm using fresh oregano that I'm peeling off right now, along with some fresh thyme that I'm peeling off right now. Okay? This came out of the garden. We picked this earlier when we first started this live tonight. Okay? And fresh basil right here. This is my flavor bomb. You notice I'm not chopping it up. I'm using pieces. I like rustic kinds of flavors in here. Oregano, rosemary, thyme, parsley, basil, all right in. Okay? Then we're going to stir that in and we're going to bring all the flavors together with some white wine. I want all the sugars to come out of these peppers, out of here. I get this oven on bake again. Put it at 400. Okay. All right, now we're going to hit it right now. Some white wine. And we're going to reduce this down. First, oh no, I got to put the lemon first. What am I doing? I need my lemon. Where's my lemon? Lemon, lemon, lemon. Come on. I want to put some lemon rind in there. And I want to put some lemon in here. Lemon rind and lemon. Okay? The lemon rind really gives it a wonderful, flavorful taste. Okay? I got the lemon right here. I got my grater. And now I'm just zesting it up. Herbs, zest. Then we're going to hit it with wine. We're going to take the lemon from this juice. We're going to put it in. This is our flavor bomb here. This is how I flavor everything. Then I'll mix this with the sausage and with the wings. Okay. Ready? Now I just got to lemon juice it. With all that lemon, I'm using a whole lemon. We use the rind. Nice, beautiful, that's good. Okay. All that flavor. See how it's getting into a brown gravy? That's all the flavors that came off that pot. Okay? That's all the flavor that came off the pot on the bottom. Okay? Look at it. That's a flavor bomb right here, my friends. This is a flavor bomb. And this is the base of what we're cooking. Okay? Cook the alcohol out. And now we finish it. Okay? Now we finish it. How do we finish it? I'm going to show you. Okay? It's done. Okay? We have our chicken. We have our wings. We have our sausage. The only thing I want to do is I want to cut that sausage up a little. All right, but I'm putting pieces of chicken right in here. Okay? Nice and tender. I want to put the sausage, I want to cut that sausage up. Okay? Putting all of the chicken wings in here. I'm going to cut these sausages in half. Okay? I'm going to cut those sausages right there in half. Let me just cut them. Whoa. Sorry. Whoa. Whoa. Hold on. I'm trying to balance this. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. Okay. Hopefully you can see. Okay, you can. All right. Just want to finish putting this in. Right there. Another wing right here. All right, I'm just cutting these sausages up so we have some pieces. All right, I want everything consistently to pretty much be the same. And then we're going to put this in the oven. It's going to cook, bake. All right? Notice they're a little pink. That's good. They're not overcooked. They're going to cook when they're in there. And when I drop everything else in there, this is going to enhance all of these flavors. I hope you guys like what we're doing. I mean, I love being with you, and I'm going to spend a little time talking with you as well. Okay? Okay? Good. Now, see this? This was all the rendering juices from the sausage, from the chicken, and from the breast. Putting that right in there. All flavor. Our potatoes I'm putting in right here. Potatoes are going in. Okay, right on the chicken. All right? All that flavor's in. Now, let me get my mitts, rinse my hands off a minute, and let's finish that baby up. Okay? We have sausage, chicken breasts, chicken wings. And this is our sauce that we just made with the peppers and the onions and the garlic. And look how nicely that cleaned off. Okay? All that flavor, we could have put a little more, but that's fine. All right? When I take these out, I'll finish it with parsley. And basil. And that is my chicken Scarpeirello. Okay? That's it. All right? I'm not doing anything to it. All the juices are absorbing. Now when they cook, they'll continue to release their flavor. I'm not covering this. I'm putting this in because I want to kind of crisp it up. I want to get more of the juices to concentrate that are in here. And that's it. It's done. Now I'll drop the temperature down. 350. Okay? Let me check on my marinara. See how nice and thick it's getting? Nice and thick. Okay? Cooking slowly. And I'm not putting the herbs in yet. I put the herbs in after I'm done cooking. Okay? Once it's done cooking, then I'll add the herbs. Not now. All right, hold on. Just get some of this out of the way. All right. Give me 1 second just to get myself a little straightened out here. But we have to try one thing. All right. I'm going to bring you back here. And let's have a little taste. Wouldn't you say? Okay. Woo! All right. Okay. I want to taste, right now, we got to have one of these meatballs. Can we taste the meatball? Are we allowed to have a meatball or no? Huh? I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Oh, these look so good. Look at that meatball right there. Now I'm going to taste it first, and then I'm going to add a little bit of marinara to it. All right? Before I want to just say a prayer. All right? For 517 people that are on here, for those of you that don't know, I would just ask that if you're here and you want to stay here, that you just give Uncle Glenn a little bit of your respect and allow me to do what I do. I'm in my home, and before I put anything in my mouth, I try to remind myself how grateful and thankful I am for everything that God has given to me. And on this Sunday, I'm going to pray before my meal like I do every single day of the week and during the days. And if I'm in the garden tasting something, I try to remember all the good things and how grateful I should be for everything that God has given me. All right, thank you for that hard hand. Thank you, Creole, for that hard hand. So, for those of you that will join, you want to join me in prayer, please do. If not, just give me a minute or two. Thank you, Lids. Thank you. All right? Lord God, it's been another wonderful day. It's been a great time with this family, Lord, and I thank you that you have blessed me with it. The garden that we started from seeds, Lord God, that you enabled for it to harvest and to give me such good fruit and vegetables. I'm blessed and I thank you for it. Help me to remember to be grateful for every single little thing that you have done, for all the protection you've given me throughout my life, and for my family's protection, for the forgiveness of all of my sins that I committed in my life and I continue to commit. That, Lord God, you still hold me in your hand and you still love me in spite of it. Lord, we have 530 people that are on this platform, and I have no idea how many are on the other one. But I would ask that you would meet each and every single person that's here, that you would meet them wherever they are, whether they're going through hard times or happy times, whether it's financial burdens or marital problems or health problems or grieving or anxiety or fear, that those things, Lord, you would give them peace and let them know that you have them. And that those that are celebrating right now, that are celebrating new jobs, weddings, births, matrimonies, just good times, that you would also be there and that you would enable them to remember to be grateful for those times. And that finally, Lord, that you remind us that everything's temporary. No matter what we're going through, good or bad is temporary. And that there's a time for everything. A time to be born and a time to die. So bless me, O Lord, in these thy gifts which we're about to receive from thy bounty through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. Thank you, family. Now I got to taste this meatball. All right? I got to taste this meatball right here. There we go! My favorite part of farm to table to soul. And this is the soul part. Here we go. I got to take a bite of this meatball. No sauce on it yet. No sauce. All right? Let's just taste, see what how the flavor is. You guys tell it. Come on. Come on. That's a superb meatball. Ah, the sheriff's in town with his meatball. That's a superb meatball. That is with no sauce. I am exploding in my mouth flavor of the herbs, of the cheese, of the combination and it's so tender. It's just so tender. Look at this meatball. I mean, it's not hard. It just breaks, but you can hear the crunch. I don't even want to put sauce on it. That's how good it is, but I'm gonna. All right? Because we have to. We have to hit it with a little bit of our marinara sauce right here. Not a lot. Look at that. Look at that right there. Oh my gosh. Come on. Thank you, Lord. Oh my. Oh my. That's just soaking up. You see the bread, when you use the bread as a paste, it immediately, when you break open that meatball, it's immediately absorbing the sauce. Look at it. It's the bread that we have in there is absorbing the sauce as if I dipped bread in here. That's how great it is. All right? Really good. Oh my. And the compliment, the sauce is not even done, but it is so sweet. It's so sweet. And this is what I like, because I have little pieces of onion in here, little pieces of tomato, little pieces of garlic. And see how the texture is of that sauce? See it? Just came out really well. I hope that you guys wrote this. Would at least try it and let me know. At least try it and let me know. Oh, wait till Mama tastes this. I might get kisses because she will say, this is a crappy meatball. Wow, really good, really good. Really, 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 really good. I licked my finger, I'm sorry. This was great. This was great. I really, really, really enjoyed my time with you. And I don't know, you want to hang out a little longer? Or you want to call it a day? I know it's Sunday. Lauren Baker, you're here! Lauren Baker just sent Mama a whole new box of wax melts that I thought were sprinkles to put on a cake when I first got them. She said, oh, Uncle Glenn, I got a gift coming for you. This was months and months ago. and she sent this box. And when Mama was there, she handed it to me, said, I picked this up at the post office. I open it up, and I smell all this wonderful flavors, and they're little tiny sprinkles. And I said, oh, wow, I can use this for my cake. I'll make a cake. And then Mama goes, idiot, they're wax melts. But my house has smelled so wonderful ever since. So, Lauren Baker, you just restocked Unc's house. And but today it smells like garlic, it smells like wine, like meatballs, sausage, peppers, onions, chicken. I mean, today is Sunday. We got Nornie's apron on. We just cooked. This house smells Italian all over the place. And I got the chicken scarpeirello in the oven and the marinara on the stove. But during the week, I wake up to that strawberries. There's different scents. She's got such crazy flavors in there. Thank you, Lauren. Just want to thank you. And I appreciate it. I mean, this is what I mean. This family that's here, they are just so loving and so gracious to me and to each other. All right? And this is what I love. You know, we have somebody new. Hey, watch this. Let me know that you're on here and you just hit that follow button and you're new. And watch how this family greets you. All you got to do is say, I'm new here and I just followed. And you see what this family does. I mean, there's just a wonderful group of people. And I am so blessed. Mary Castro! Mary Castro! Gary is new! Yeah, Gary! Oh, look how... Oh, Buddy is new! Holy smokes! Oh, this thing's just going too quick. Oh, I can't even read it. Oh, I can't even read it. Oh, wow. I just lost you guys, I think. What happened? Something happened here. Oh, hold on. Oh, are we okay? Oh, it went so quick that my TikTok froze. I think... Oh, okay. Are we okay now? Wow. You guys got to see what's going on here. Oh. Can you guys still hear me? I just want to make sure because the thing's saying that my app, something's wrong. We're okay? Okay. Yeah, I keep getting the message that close the app. See, again, TikTok isn't responding. Close the app. What's going on here? Hey, in case I lose you guys, I just want to say thank you. In case I lose you, I want to say thank you. I want you to know how appreciated I am, number one, of the time that you spent with Uncle and his family. And then I want to thank you for every tap, every like, every heart me, every rose, every go popular, all of these wonderful things that you have done for me and for this community. And I don't take it for granted. I appreciate it, and I thank you and I love you for it. All right? So I'm good here, but I can't even see my screen. Steffi, thank you, Steffi. Thank you. Look at this. This message keeps coming up. I don't know if it's my phone or what. I keep hitting wait. Well, listen, if I don't see you today, I will be on all week long, probably, on Monday, Tuesday, maybe in the garden, because I got to fix things up. I'm going into the mountains midweek. So I'll be coming to you from the mountains, all right? Not the best reception, but we'll be there. We'll have some fun time. I'm going to be there with my nephew, my daughter, her husband. We'll be cooking. We're going on the lake. We'll be in the woods. We'll have a fire. We'll walk through the woods at night. I'll try again. I did it last time and my phone lost reception. But I was walking through the woods with no light. It was crazy spooky. So fun though. Love it. All right. So if I don't, when I see you, I'm going to, hopefully it'll be tomorrow. All right. I'll probably be on maybe before my Amazon run, or maybe I'll get on during the Amazon run before it. All right. It's been a great thing for me, Amazon. I love it. I have my own hub. And for those of you that want to own a business or a corporation or an LLC, and you want something that takes you about an hour and a half, it takes me, I'm telling you, I did it in 54 or 55 minutes, 40 packages on Friday. That was my record. All right. And you get paid for every package. I go 1/3 of a mile of my house. It's a joke. And you get, not a joke, but it's fun. I meet my neighbors. I can put these stickers on there telling them about my TikTok. It's just been great. And you get paid. You know, I try to get a little bit there. You guys have been so helpful to Uncle Glenn with your generosity. My mods, I need to close it with this. They are tremendous. Tracy, Kit Kat, Melissa, Doc Chaos Beats, Dirt Road Hustler, VJ, Melissa McAllister, all of you. I mean, Mo. All right, I could go on. Trish, Crochet by Trish. All right, some spend more time than others, but everybody keeps this room and this community. It keeps it safe and it keeps it special. So if you see any of their posts, whether it be on any of these social media channels, all right, make sure you don't just like it, but repost. Repost because it helps the creator. It helps us to grow the community. All right. So with that, I want to wish you all a rest of a wonderful Sunday. God bless you. And I will, with that, I want to wish you all a rest of a wonderful Sunday. God bless you. And I will